Welcome to the product demo of Plateau, a matching platform that brings together succession planners and potential successors. This demo covers the potential successor side, and we start right away with the registration. A potential successor will first enter our website. There he gets information about what Plateau does, the motivation behind it, why succession is attractive, and why he should choose Plateau as his partner. He further sees testimonials from recent customers and gets to know the team behind Plateau, what's really important in this personal topic. If he's convinced, he can start the registration process by creating an account. The first step is very simple, but it will get a bit more complex later on. After he has accepted the terms and conditions, he has to confirm his email. And now his journey on Plateau starts with the registration process, as we call it the Plateau principle. The timeline shows all the steps required. He is now at the beginning. Next, he has to complete an entrepreneurial check, followed by a personality test and some technical questions. Finally, he has to upload some documents and sign the confidentiality agreement. What is worth mentioning here is that each page shows his personal contact person, including name and phone number. This personal touch was very important to our testees. So let's start with the first thing, the entrepreneurial check. The entrepreneur check ensures the potential successors have the right idea of what it means to be an SME owner. Unfortunately, succession planners often experience that candidates are not aware that being their own boss also brings along a lot of responsibility and risk. Therefore, a checklist with the most important statements about being an entrepreneur should encourage the candidates to reflect critically. The list states different statements, with which one must agree. For example, I am aware that being an entrepreneur requires making decisions and taking responsibility. The next thing is the personality test. As always, the potential successor sees a short description explaining why the step is important. In addition, as this might take some time, we give 2 tips. First, take your time, as it may take around 20 minutes to complete. And second, be honest, there's no right or wrong. Thanks to this test, Plateau's matching algorithm not only relies on hard, but also soft skills. This is essential because SME owners often find personality more important than hard skills. But current market players forget this or just don't have the necessary resources to take it into account. For the demo, we quickly go through it. And next are the skills questions. Of course, beside the personality, we also take into account them. It starts with some personal details like birthday, nationality, and then ask about previous work experience and his highest education. Next, he has to describe his motivation. Same as personality, this is very crucial to SME owners. And in addition, here, we take the chance and make clear that it can take a long time until a match is found. And the candidates have to be very patient. In the bar on top, you always see the process, so we still have some work to do. Next, he has to fill out his investment criteria, such as which industry, time frame, amount of employees, and the equity he is willing to invest. Even if we ask about the equity, we draw the candidate's attention to the fact that a takeover will not fail because of the financing. As long as the company itself is healthy, there are various financing options. Lastly, he has to upload some documents. And finally, he has to download sign and upload the confidentiality agreement, as security in terms of succession is key. Finally, he made it and has now access to the full Plateau interface. The first thing he sees is his profiles, containing all the information he has entered during the registration process. He sees his motivation, personal details and investment criteria, recent work experience, and of course, what interests him the most, the result of the personality test. So let's have a look at his matches. Unfortunately, he has no matches yet, but as he's new to this, it's normal. As described during the registration, it may take some time until Plateau found a perfect match. But he can already check out the forum where others share their experience. And see that soon he will be able to do some trainings. But let's have a look at another profile to see how the communication with the matches would work. The funnel in the upper part describes the process which potential successors will go through. We see that he already has 2 matches. The corresponding conversations can be found in the lower area, as we have already received 2 questions. This is how the funnel works. You get a match, receive a question by the succession planner, and if he really likes you, he buys the contact to talk about the concrete takeover. For each match, he sees in percentage how well they match based on hard and soft skills. He can enter the conversation and answer the questions. Here, for example, the succession planner asked him about his vision with a future company. What's a very common question? This gives the succession planner a possibility to get to know the candidate better and ensure that it's a perfect match. After answering, we see that the number changed to 1 answered question out of 2. So let's see if he found his future company with Plateau.